AG Merrick Garland front and center on Capitol Hill yesterday, facing accusations that he is politicizing the Justice Department. Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley says 12 sources have come forward to accuse Hunter Biden of criminal conduct. He questioned Garland about the independence of this investigation into the first son. Watch.
The alleged volume and similarity of the information would demand that the Justice Department investigate the truth and accuracy of the information.
I promised to leave the matter of Hunter Biden in the hands of the U.S. Attorney for the District of Delaware, who was appointed in the previous administration.
Joining me right now is Kentucky Congressman, Chairman of the House Oversight Committee, James Comer. Mr. Chairman, it's always a pleasure. Thanks very much for being here this morning. What's your reaction to Garland's testimony? He says he's trying to stay out of it. That's his answer for the accusations that he's politicized this department.
Well, it looks to me like he's right in the middle of it.
Right.
By the fact that he continues to say he's staying out of it, that could be interpreted as a code word for don't touch this, it's too hot. I mean, any American who has a fraction of the violations of the law that Hunter Biden has would have already been indicted at the very least by now. So this is another example of a two-tier system of justice in America. If you're politically connected to elected officials at the highest level, then you're going to get by. If you're not, then you're probably going to be sitting and rotting in a jail cell somewhere. And
that's exactly what happened with Hillary Clinton as well. Right? I mean, you know, right. She had all of these emails, a server in her basement, and there was no accountability there. She came up with a fantastic lie about her political enemy, that Trump colluded with Russia. It went viral across the world. And again, who's been held accountable?
Yeah, I mean, the more evidence that comes out, the more explaining the Department of Justice is going to have to do. And when they get an opportunity to explain themselves, they play dumb. They try to assume that everyone in America is unintelligent and isn't paying attention, and I don't think that's the case. I think the more evidence that comes out on things like the Biden family influence peddling, I think the more the average American is going to say, we've got a Department of Justice that is not fair and that needs to be replaced. So I think this is going to be a huge issue moving forward. I applaud the senators for trying to get the truth out of Merrick Garland, but you know, that's an uphill battle.
So we've got more evidence apparently this morning. The Washington Free Beacon reporting an alleged Hunter Biden whistleblower says that the DOJ is burying him after he came forward with damning information about the Bidens. Israeli think tank executive Gal Luft worked with Hunter as an advisor to the Chinese energy conglomerate. He tweeted this: "I've been arrested in Cyprus on a politically motivated extradition request by the United States. The U.S. is claiming I'm an arms dealer. The DOJ is trying to bury me to protect Joe, Jim, and Hunter Biden. Shall I name names?" he tweeted out. Congressman, what do you know about this?
Well, we're reaching out to him. We're trying to communicate. We're setting up a call. This is something that we take very seriously. We had already identified this individual. We had hoped to have talked to him by now, but for whatever reason, we were unable to. I think this was the straw that broke the camel's back. I'll tell you this, Maria, we've had 3 people that were involved in the Hunter Biden shady business schemes that have communicated with my committee staff this week. I think that's a sign of good things to come. I think we're going in a positive direction, and I think that people see the heavy-handedness of the Bidens. Either you're getting picked up by the DOJ or you're getting a letter from Hunter Biden's personal attorney trying to intimidate you into not coming in and talking to us. So I think these people that have been involved with Hunter Biden, they've all ended up on the losing side of it. They've all lost money. They were all left out to dry. I think they want to tell their story, and we're going to give them the opportunity to tell their story, even though the DOJ and the White House are fighting us at every step of the way.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable that the FBI had the Biden laptop since October 2019. We know everything that's on that laptop, and there's been nothing. No indictment. Congressman, I want to know what you've learned since you started digging in here, because there's a question as to whether or not Hunter Biden is influence peddling right now in your face. His art dealer is refusing to cooperate with your investigation. The art dealer says its ethical arrangements with the White House and a recent Supreme Court decision prevents him from providing you information. So what information do you want, and where does that investigation stand?
I don't think there's anything the Supreme Court's done to prevent him from working with us. It's clearly the White House. We heard this from the from the General Counsel for the National Archives, who's trying to give us information about the mishandling of classified documents that Joe Biden had. He basically said the White House and the DOJ were preventing him from communicating with us. The art dealer saying the White House is preventing him from communicating with us. All the witnesses that were involved in the Biden shady family business schemes with our adversaries around the world are getting letters from the Biden lawyers, basically telling them they don't need to cooperate with us. This is an effort to try to block any meaningful investigation. And not only that, Maria, the White House every day comes and attacks me for having the nerve to try to get answers for the American people.
So what are you going to do about it? We knew that you were going to get stonewalled, and you are. Will you be able to complete this investigation?
Yes, we will. We've got people coming forward. I think it's backfiring. I think the heavy-handedness of the White House is backfiring. I think these people are upset, and I think we're going to get those bank records very soon. So I'm very optimistic about the direction we're heading with this investigation. Yeah,
I mean, there's the 150 suspicious activity reports that you've been asking, but I want to know why all the lies out of this administration. I mean, let's take COVID. I mean, this is an issue that we should all agree on. We want to get to the bottom of how COVID originated. Both the Department of Energy and the FBI have now said COVID-19 leaked from the Wuhan lab. But the White House is saying that, there's no conclusive evidence. They're pushing back on the assessment, saying that they won't go there yet, Congressman. Why not?
Yeah. I don't know. And the White House is still the only entity in the world that's trying to imply that the Biden laptop is Russian disinformation. Everyone knows, and we saw that from our Twitter hearings, that the laptop is legitimate. It hasn't been compromised. We all know that the COVID originated in the Wuhan lab. This White House has spread a narrative that has been false for so long. I think they're starting to believe it. But we're going to get answers for the American people. I don't think the Department of Energy would have ever come out and admitted that COVID originated in the lab had we not sent out letters to 40 individuals within our federal government that had inside knowledge of what was going on in that lab in Wuhan. We were bringing them in to talk to us. So I think the more we pressure people, the more the truth's going to come out. So I'm very optimistic about the direction of our investigation.
So, I mean, this is so extraordinary. Do you think Joe Biden is protecting China because of all of the money his family has taken in?
That's a great question. That's the whole purpose of our investigation. It sure looks like it, Maria, but we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He has the opportunity to explain himself to us at any point, but all they do is attack me every day from the White House press secretary's box.
Well, it means you're doing important work, Congressman, and we're going to be watching your work. Thanks very much for your leadership. We'll keep checking back with you to see if you continue to get stonewalled, Congressman. Thank you.
Thank you.